Right.
Hey y'all, it's Abner J3 here with the AJ3 Report. I have Miss CeCe Teneal on here, one of my neighbors here from the Orlando area. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing extremely well. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate that.
Are you welcome? Thanks for coming on. Definitely enjoy. Um, Appreciate you coming on, and definitely someone from Florida, especially the Central Florida area. Okay, and the first question I'm going to ask you, tell everyone about your Reconnect Community Soul Festival and what inspired you to host it.
So Reconnect is an amazing concert that we're getting ready to do on May 28th. It's at the Dr. Phillips Center. The Dr. Phillips Center erected with the help of the city of Orlando, Orange County government erected this beautiful theater outside underneath the stars. Everybody is socially distant. Each little pod has 4 chairs and a table. So everybody's kind of getting this up close experience, VIP experience. But the reason that I wanted to do the concert is because I felt like through COVID-19, we had kind of gotten separated from the things that we like to do, right? Separated from our families, separated from the arts, separated from our communities. And then if you really look at it, a lot of us didn't have the opportunity in the arts to even work because when everything got closed down, we basically got shut down. Right. And so I wanted to use this concert opportunity, this concert as an opportunity to really just reconnect people, reconnect artists to their art, music, dance, whatever that is, reconnect the arts back to the community, and then reconnect community with community so that we can go out and have a great time. I'm also wanting to give an injection of positive mental health into the community by providing people who were displaced during COVID-19 or furloughed or first responders, healthcare professionals, give them an opportunity to come out and just have a good time and let their hair down for one beautiful night under the stars.
All right, sounds good. And what all artists are going to be part of that show?
So in addition to myself, I'm going to have my band, which is Commotion, which is one of the best bands in the city of Orlando. Commotion, led by my good friend Chris Baptiste. And I'm also going to have Carmen Harrell on the show with me, as well as Nina Sky and Yoshi. Dave Stewart is also going to feature. He's an amazing saxophonist. So it's not just me. It's a whole bunch of artists, and it's basically a big injection of antibodies, if you will, for the music industry here in Orlando.
All right. And the next question is, how does it feel to host events in your hometown?
So one of the things that, is weird about hosting events in your hometown is like, you feel like that's the most pressure. For me, those are the most pressure. Those events come with the most pressure because I've had so much support here in my hometown, and I always want to make sure that they are proud of me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So yeah. Putting on shows here, I want to cross every T and dot every I and go above and beyond, even more so than I probably would if I were outside of Orlando. Not that I don't take pride in those shows, but it's something about being home. You want to show them that the way that they've held you up and the way that they've supported you, that it is actually, this is what it produces when you guys support people. So you want to make your hometown proud. So that's really the additional stress, is really making sure that the people in my hometown know that I show them when we're on the stage, that when I'm going out and I'm representing Orlando all over the world, that I'm representing them well, and they get an opportunity to see that same type of show that I'm giving, if not another level of show that we're giving as we're out and about.
Yeah, I understand. And what's the artist you would like to work with?
Oh my gosh. So I wish that I had the opportunity to work with so many artists. But if I had to take an artist today that I would want to work with, I think I would want to work with the likes of, I think Babyface would be for me. I think Babyface is a hit maker, and I believe that he could take my voice and he could take it and make it soar. So I love Babyface and the way he works with artists and capitalizes on what their strengths are and everything that they embody. So I think it would be Babyface. And if I had to pick someone that's kind of a more new school artist, it would be her.
Yeah, Babyface is definitely a good artist. And the next question, how do you feel about the internet in the music business?
Wow. So the internet shifted the way musicians have access to people. And so I think that in a lot of ways, the internet has expanded our reach. It's made it so that we can have fans everywhere. It's made it so that we can connect with musicians everywhere, that we can work and collaborate with musicians everywhere. So I think for the most part, it has been a very positive injection into the music industry. However, I think that sometimes it has made it, in some respects, it makes it too accessible, if that makes sense, because now everybody who's anybody can produce music and put it out. And so I think that if I had to say one of the detriments to the internet, with the positive being its reach, I think the detriment of it would definitely be that it's a little bit watered down, and so nothing is special anymore, because anybody who thinks that they can be a YouTube sensation can be, so it leaves true artistry sometimes in the dust. So that's what would be my opinion, pros and cons of the internet.
Yeah, great answer. And what is the most challenging part of making a song?
For me, the most challenging part of making a song is definitely the perfecting of that song in the studio, right? So we can write the song, we can have a great song, but until you get to the moment where you press send for it to go to iTunes, that is the actual creation of it is the hardest part, because when you're putting something out for people, like my grandma always told me, if you're going to do anything, do it all the way or don't do it at all. And so that made me somewhat of a perfectionist. So when I get ready to put out something, I am literally listening over and over again, listening to every snare, listening to every 808, every background vocal, because I want to make sure that what I'm presenting to the world is a quality product and not just anything.
Yeah, makes sense. Take pride in your work.
Absolutely. You have to, because otherwise, what are you doing it for? If you're not going to take pride in it and make sure that it's the best thing that you can possibly put out, then why even do it? You're wasting your time. You're wasting other people's time. You're wasting money. Yeah. So it doesn't even make sense to not do it.
Yeah, do it for the love, not just for the money. And besides the Reconnect, are there any other upcoming projects that you like to share with anyone, or everyone, I mean?
Well, I'm working on a lot of projects. I am really tapping into my production skills these days, and really just wanting to make sure that I do productions that can sustain other people. I have that kind of heart that I always want to pull everybody with me, and it gets exhausting sometimes, but for me, when you see people growing and progressing, it kind of makes it the reward is so great to sit back and watch that. So the projects that I'm working on, they're confidential right now. I am going to release 2 singles with Soul Commotion on our mixtape. Going to release a remake of 2 songs, but the other projects, just look out for Soul Commotion Productions and our production arm, because we're going to be definitely doing some additional tribute shows for some artists, and hopefully some different productions as well to go along with our brand. I, of course, do a Aretha Franklin tribute show. So utilizing that model, we've been pretty successful. And so I want to take that model and make that a cookie cutter for a couple of other artists so that they can have something that is residual for the next few years as well.
All right. And production, like actual concerts or shows, or like plays, or both?
No. So when I think of a production, when I think of a show, I think of that being a production, because a lot of times what the shows that I'm doing now are shows that I want to put up in theater. So even though they're music based, I still call them a production because there's lights that go along with it. There's cues, there's video, there's 3D graphics, all of that. So that's why I consider it to be a production, because it's not just singing a whole bunch of songs. It is actually thought-provoked, curated playlist of music that takes you on a journey.
All right, I got you. Good point. All right, now to the fun questions. So the next question
yes, here we go.
Okay. So the next question would be, name something that your mother or grandma cooked that was your favorite.
I like to eat. You see me? So the better question would be what they didn't cook that I didn't like. What they cooked that I didn't like. But no, I'm just joking. I think my favorite thing that my grandma made would have to be like, I don't know. My grandma could cook, child. Okay. So I don't know. But I will tell you that even though I'm a soul food girl to my core, there's certain things that people would be surprised that I don't eat. Like I don't like oxtails. I don't like, chitlins. I don't like that kind of stuff. But I think the best thing that I like is probably fried chicken.
All right. Yeah, I don't care for the
but not like Popeye's fried chicken. I'm talking about like chicken that you put in the bag and yourself and flour and then fry it. That kind of chicken, like homemade fried chicken.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I'm a fan of the oxtails, but I don't care for
wow, okay.
but I don't care for the chitlins. I can't stand the smell or the taste. But soul food and seafood is my two favorites. Being from Florida, I love seafood and soul food, of course. So yeah, I'm with you with the soul food. And the next one would be let me see. What's one song that gets your family together singing and dancing?
So I come from a musical family, Abner. Okay, I come from a musical, huh?
No, I'm listening.
Okay, yes, I come from a musical family. So you could put on anything from Isley Brothers to Luther Vandross, from Patti LaBelle to Aretha, and we're going to start a party because that's just how we are.
Got you. So it don't matter. You're going to cut a rug.
If you put on something that's got a little two-step to it, we're going to get to it. That's just how we are. We're going to probably sing to the top of our voice. We're going to grab us a little two-step, So, yeah.
Okay, so I definitely know you're ready to hit the party, get for a cookout to do the electric slide.
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. We are ready. Okay?
And the next one would be, how are you balancing your work and personal life in this pandemic?
I'm not. I'm not balancing my personal life and my work life very well at all.
All right.
So that would be my answer. I'm not balancing it because, as the world starts to open back up, we're the entertainment industry, the consulting business, it's all kind of starting to ramp up all at one time. So because we had such a lull last year, it's hard to slow down now that it's starting to pick up. So I'm not doing a very good job of being a good girlfriend or a good, auntie, daughter, niece. I'm not sister. I'm probably not doing a very good job of that right now, but I think that they understand because they know I'm grinding. So I think they understand.
All right, sorry to hear. Yeah, it's okay here in Atlanta. We've been a little bit busy. So I think I've covered about 7 or 8 events since October. So a little slow.
Wow.
Yeah, normally I cover like 2 or 3 events a month, but last year was my slowest year ever. But I've been last month I covered like 3 or 4 events. So pretty busy. And All-Star Weekend was here also too. So Atlanta, we kind of fully open up here. So.
Oh wow, yeah. I don't think y'all ever closed because I know I came to Atlanta, but I don't think y'all ever closed.
Yeah, we was closed for a short time, not much, but we were. So, yeah, our governors neck and neck, Florida and Georgia. So
I like your governor better, fortunately.
Yeah, so hey. And the next one would be what's something everyone should experience at least once in their life?
What is something that everybody should experience? You know, I thought about this question. I was like, what is one thing that everybody should experience at some point in their life? You know, I think traveling. Go somewhere that you read about in your history books, a place that you never thought would be attainable for yourself. Go there and embrace yourself, and then remind yourself that once you conquer that place, you can go anywhere else. You can keep going to places. So that's the one thing that I wish for people, is that we just travel and see places that are outside of what is considered the norm for us. And if that means you don't want to go out of the country, you just want to go out of the state, or you want to go to a different island in the Caribbean than you already did, just travel, just get out and see other things, because trust me, it will open your perspective. And that's why I think everybody should travel, because it just gives you insight on how other people live. I remember I went to Cartagena. I was in Cartagena, Colombia for New Year's and for Christmas and New Year's, and just seeing that the different level of people that live there, and how these people are just happy and playing in the street, and they don't even have running water. So it gives you just a different level of appreciation for what you have, and it opens your perspective. So I would say anybody should just travel, just go somewhere that doesn't look like what your surroundings have looked like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I love traveling. And I put in my book too, like Drake say, you only live once, so it's best to do as much as you can while you are here and stuff. And one guy I used to work with at the job, he used to travel a lot. He's like, yeah, that money we put on Jordans and stuff like that, we're like, you can take a trip with that stuff. Even though the shoes will last longer, the trip make more memories and stuff like that. So women with they purses and stuff like that, you could go on vacation for like 3-4 days with that money. So even a weekend, still make memories and stuff with that money and stuff too. So it's good to see it, like you say, even different parts of the United States, they live different and stuff also like that too. So yeah, they live.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so like you say, I agree 100% with the travel. Do something that you think you can't do. And the next one would be, what's the one technology that made the world a better place?
Well, I know that the Android users won't agree. But I think that when they made an iPhone, they really changed the world. Just the way you can connect with other iPhone users, from AirDrop to sending a contact to, I mean, I think one of the greatest pieces of technologies that somebody invented was the iPhone.
I got an Android.
Now, don't tell me you got an Android. Don't tell me you got an Android now. Come on.
Yeah, we had this debate all the time.
You got to come on up.
Only thing I have Alpha is an iPod. That's it. I can't stand Alpha.
You are missing the mark. You are missing the mark.
That's another conversation we have another day.
Oh yes, because I automatically judge people if they turn green when I put their number in.
Okay, and the next one's what is the one memory that you can never forget?
I think the one memory that I can never forget is, oh my gosh, that's a hard one. One memory that you never forget. Oh, I have some great memories. I've lived I had some challenges early on in life, but literally I have not had a bad life. I have great memories of friends. So I definitely can't single out just one memory. I think if I had to pick a memory, I remember my grandmother raised me for a long time. And I think the greatest memory that I have of her is a week before she passed away, I sat on her bedside and I sang her favorite song to her. And the peace that was on her face at that moment, I'll never forget that type of peace. But at 17, she passed away when I was 17, I had no idea that peace meant that she was at peace with leaving us here. Like, that she was okay, that she had gotten to that place. I couldn't correlate that at the age, at 17, 18. But now when I think back on it, lets me know that she was okay, that she had done enough for us, and that she could go on and leave us here to travail another day.
Yeah, my condolences about your grandma.
That was a long time ago. She's
Yeah.
looking down on me right now.
Yeah.
And she's saying, go girl, okay?
Yes. Wish she could have saw your success.
Yes, but she's seeing it. She's seeing it. She's saying,
Yeah.
go girl, you do it.
Yes. And the next one would be, the last one would be, what 3 places would you love to travel to?
Wow. So I have traveled extensively. I'm at 41 or 42 countries at this point.
Oh, wow.
I think the place I want to go to the Maldives, or Maldives, depending on who you are and how people say it. I think I want to go to Phuket, in Thailand. I want to go places where I can experience culture on a different level, right? I want to go places where, 20 years ago it was maybe forbidden that we would go there.
Yes.
So that's kind of, those would be my places, I think. Places that are not your typical tourist hotspots. Places where I can learn about history and culture and about other types of heritage and eat different foods and things of that nature.
All right, so your passport is pretty stamped up. Your book.
Well, no, because when I got it renewed, they took it.
Oh, wow. So you got to start over.
Yeah, I mean, they send it back to you. But it's still not the same when you pull up the customs and you got all these stamps, and now you got a new book, and it looks like you ain't been nowhere.
Oh, yeah, I got you. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure when the world open back up, you'll be back on it.
I am gonna be back on it.
Yeah, so you'll be there in due time.
Yes, just gonna get vaccinated, and then we'll be ready to travel.
Yeah, I got my first shot last week, so yeah, I get the other one in like another 3 weeks.
Great.
Yeah, so I'll be ready to hit
Great.
it. So, yeah, so the last question I ask everyone, how can everyone keep in contact with you on social media?
Yeah, I am on social media. Everything is CeCe Teneal. I'm sure at some point you're going to flash my name down at the bottom, but on Instagram, it's CeCe Teneal. On Twitter, it's CeCe Teneal. On Facebook, it's CeCe Teneal. So everywhere you can find me at CeCe Teneal. And if you want to get a little bit more information about what I do with my companies and with the music, you can go to CeCeTeneal.com.
All right, well, thank you for your time. I'll be hitting you up on Instagram also too, and I'll post and tag you and all that also too.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome. Have a great day, and thanks again.
You as well. All right, bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye-bye.